It's really important to understand that when we're trying to stop a behavior, it's really a matter of communicating to the dog that I don't like that behavior, it's not going to be rewarded, I want you to do this instead. So teaching an alternative or a replacement behavior is a good one. A dog that barks when somebody knocks at the door, you could teach him to go fetch a toy. A dog that barks during a walk, if he's carrying a toy, he can't bark. So there are a lot of little strategies like that that you can use. So I would say my cue, talk to me, then I would knock, the dog barks. When the dog barks, then the dog gets a reward. Talk to me, bark, 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 reward. Talk to me, bark, 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 reward. After many, many repetitions, then it would be talk to me and wait for the bark. Don't do the knock. If the dog barks, then perfect. Give the reward. If the dog does not bark, then you need to do more repetitions of talk to me, reward. The second part of that then is to teach the dog to be quiet on cue. So in that situation, Swagger, he does not know how to bark on cue, but you would say, talk to me, and then get him to bark, and you give him a cue like quiet. And then when he stops, then you reward the quiet behavior. Talk to me, bark, 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 quiet. Reward the quiet behavior, so you're not rewarding the barking anymore. If it's a doorbell, if it's a knock on the door, if there's a specific situation that gets your dog barking. Some dogs, I had a dog that would bark when I was fixing his dinner. So he would never get his dinner, of course, until he was quiet. So that's why it's really important to understand what's setting the dog off. Now, if it's a matter of a dog barking for attention, and I have one of these at home, so I'll be sitting on my couch, reading or checking out social media, and Sirius is ready to go out for a walk or play fetch or whatever, and he might stand and bark at me. So if at that point I tell him to be quiet, I give him any social contact at all, whether it be voice, eye contact, touching, that is rewarding that attention-seeking behavior. So if it's an attention-seeking bark, then what you want to do is you want to ignore that behavior and then pay attention when they're not barking. When training a dog, it's really best to do several short sessions. So something like this is so easy to do that many times during a day you could do just maybe 5 repetitions. If you are at it for too long, then the dog gets bored and frustrated and your training is not as efficient. Any dog at any age, just like any person at any age, can learn new behaviors. It sometimes takes longer because of the prior learning that they've had, but certainly